Mom,
What?
you want to go?
I mean, if you want to.
Listen. This is
I'm live, so don't say anything dumb.
A solo show. I don't think she should be involved in that.
Oh, well. Right. But hey, Suzanne.
Wait, what do you mean? What are we doing?
What do you mean, what are we doing? Vaughn.
I mean, I'm not guarding this stuff in our fucking money.
John Vaughn.
I'm guarding. I'm just like, what do you want me to do?
Do y'all hear this? Suzanne, do you hear this?
No, because you said that she wasn't allowed in here. Now she's I don't. You can't just change the guest book. It's a fake ass podcast. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a fake ass podcast. This is news and general awareness about the world around us. She could be in here if she would like. You hear this, Suzanne? You hear this? All right, my doorman has allowed my security guard has allowed his sister in here. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Peggy.
I want to say hi to my friends.
Well, this is not like a Saturday night because this is not going to be there's a lot of shit popping off right now that I quite frankly find disgusting. Hey, Deborah. Whatever the hell's going on over there with Ernie fucking Shell, it's disgusting. I have never seen a man be so excited to talk about sexualizing tiny children. But anyway, hey, Chad. Hey, Half Pint. Hey, State of Disorder. I'm sorry. Lace with Lacey. Grey Gardens. Hey, Half Pint. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. And that is why I have started to migrate over to where I fucking came from, right? Because this shit over here is just disgusting to me. So what we're going to discuss, tonight, just throw it away. If that's already done, I'm on my, anyway, sorry. Oh, the Karen Reed trial, Peggy, that's a good one though.
Your hair looks phenomenal. Look at her. Okay, now it's
crazy, but anyway.
No, it's still amazing.
So we are going, she said, lace with lace, hot little shame.
Hey, y'all.
All right, Grey Gardens. When Suzanne said, Shannon, have you ever seen Grey Gardens? About 100 million times.
And that's not.
And that is not. That's not an exaggeration whatsoever. Not at all. So what I am hoping is that some way, somehow, I can do a what am I thinking? What is it called?
What? The conspiracy?
No. But half I gotta know what you thought of it, and I'm gonna throw this out. But hopefully I can do the where I don't get copyright written for something like fair use, because I do have several points in it that I want to discuss. And if I get, if it gets, I'll just have to take it down. I'm monetized, but I don't put commercials on anything. So usually if it's something going on, they'll just say, well, you can't monetize it for commercials. Well, I don't do that anyway, because there's nothing that pisses me off more than going to watch something and it have a monetization.
There's one channel I watch and it's horrible.
Well, so listen, we can throw this link out. Now, Peggy had suggested a while back that we do a conspiracy theory show. Now, first I said I couldn't do it because Catherine is involved in a play at her private college, Randolph University. And so she is
Randolph.
Private. Yeah.
Very different. College and university.
So, and then she said, well, no, I don't have it. And then she said, no, I do have it. So now, and then I set it up for Saturday, and then she was going to be late. And then we have a playoff game also that night on Saturday night. I'm thinking about moving it to Friday night at 9, the conspiracy show, because everybody's so used to going on Saturday nights that I don't know what quite to do yet, but we'll figure it out. Now, Grey Gardens.
Who doesn't want to spend a Friday night at the Shane 601.
You know what? It's Avery's side. You know it's true, right?
I couldn't think of anything.
All right, so let me pop this and add it on. Now, what I'm going to have to do here, too, I've learned after having 66 of these shows, you would think I would learn, but I have not, that I am going to have to full screen everything. But don't worry, because I'm going to be able to see chat on my phone. When I do that, when I go full screen, I can't see chat.
Really?
But, yeah.
What?
Yeah, watch. All right, now, oh, well, there I am. Well, fuck, maybe I can't do it.
No, you do it like this.
But I want them to be able to see. Oh. Yeah, you're just messing up my
you do it
group,
like
yo.
that. Hold on.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, you do it like, oh, wait. I'm messing everything up. Hold on.
You really are. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not saying you really are.
And then. Oh, hold on.
See, she doesn't know
I
what
broke
she's doing.
it. I broke
She
it.
acts like I am the dumb one, but I am not the dumb one.
Shut up.
I am brilliant.
I mean, I would never talk to my
beyond
mom.
measure.
I would never talk to my mom like that.
I'm brilliant beyond measure.
Okay, like that.
I'm brilliant beyond measure.
You're not paying attention.
What?
You do, okay, this is your normal setup?
Yeah.
You just hit this button right here.
Okay. Oh,
And you can see
well, Lord, and I can see chat too. Shut up. Well, then never mind everything I just said.
I don't know how you were doing it yesterday or Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Rumor has it.
Do you guys
Hello.
see what I have to deal with?
I'm sorry that I had to pull y'all away from the nastiness going on over there, but thank God I did.
I don't think you're sorry.
So, Grey Gardens. This magnificent home, 28-room mansion. I have it all written down. 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. They had a solarium. They had it was magnificent. Built in. Let me see. I wrote it down because great. The house itself is the show to me anyway. Right? I mean, it's the show to me. The two women, Big and Little Edie. I mean, yeah, they're, but this house now. This thing was built in like 1897 on East Hampton, New York, out there where all the $1 million homes are. Phelan Beale was married to Big Edie. He bought her this house. And basically, once she got there, she didn't leave. Yeah, it's near the water. I think you have to walk maybe like, I would say a block, but it's not really a block. It's very near it. So let me go over here and knock this. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what we're gonna do here. If I get a effing copyright strike, but I think fair use, I should be fine.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna show. Well, I'm gonna show some of it.
Go into theater mode.
Catherine, you're not helping me. Oh, there we go. Thank you, dear. You are helping me actually. So, yeah, I could give you the address. And I'm going to show, and I don't know why I put all of the photos of the house as it was at the bottom of at the back of this, but, everybody close your eyes. I'll tell you to open them.
No spoilers.
All right, so this is Miss Hill. In this documentary, you'll hear Little Edie talk about Miss Hill, who was a famous horticulturist. This is her at Grey Gardens. This is, Grey Gardens. It got its name from the concrete wall around it, the gray dunes behind it, and the sea mist. So, hey, Clancy, I'm worried about you, Clancy, because you said you were going to Arkansas for Easter, and I know that tornadoes rolled all the way up Arkansas on Easter, and I was worried to death about you. All right, so let me just get comfortable here. So let's go back a little bit. This is the home in its heyday, right? You can see there's nothing in the front of the house. It's grass. It's lovely. Well, this is part of it when they were taking shit out of the house. This is Little Edie and Big Edie while the house was condemned. And Big Edie, if and this is the house afterwards. If you look over here in the right, there's a car parked that literally Little Edie pulled that car into the driveway and it never moved again. And this is how it looked basically in the wintertime. It was worse than the. So let's go on up here and hold on. I'm sorry that I did this. Why did I? All right. This is the famous photograph, right? Of Edie in this ratty ass mink coat that God knows when she got it. Her alopecia is why she has these things on her head, the scarves and whatnot on her head. She has alopecia. I love Little Edie, though. I love these people. I was telling Catherine when I looked up an overview of this, it said that, what did I tell you it said? Because I'm pretty sure I lost it. Hold on. Oh, the overview calls Grey Gardens. Oh, yeah, covered with fleas for sure. Touching, nostalgic,
Yes.
and quirky. Okay. Hey, Peachy. Peachy, I love you, honey. Hey, Plurpy. Misha, hello. Peachy, I am so sorry. And we're going to fix this. Whatever's being said right now, we're going to fix it, okay? We're going to fix it. Don't worry about it. We're going to fix it. So we have Big Edie. We have Little Edie. We have Big Edie, Little Edie. Is it touching? It's Hey, Mayor's daughter. It is troubling. I'll give it that. It's two women who have let. Well, no, it's actually one woman. Big Edie is the one that was, in my opinion, a selfish, mentally ill old lady who forced her daughter to leave what she knew and what she loved, which is in New York, dancing, singing, even though she couldn't sing to save her life, and forced her to come back to this decaying home. And I think maybe Edie was slightly mentally ill, but when she got back there, man, it won't no good coming from it. So what had happened was this is the aunt and cousin of Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy Onassis and Lee Raswell, their sisters. The Maisel brothers were going to do a documentary on Lee Raswell, who was a princess at the time. Well, she died a princess, actually. And there's stories that are different, though. There are stories that say that Lee Raswell called the Maisel brothers to do this and paid for it. I don't think that's true. I think that it was going to be about Lee Raswell, and that's about the time that it hit the papers that this house was condemned by the East Hampton, society there. And Edie apparently maybe could have gotten all this in the papers so that she could get help. Now, there's an HBO story. It was Drew Barrymore and Jessica Lange played Big and Little Edie. And in that HBO show, movie, it kind of shows the house as it was, right? As in its glory, the colors that were there. And in that, which is based in some truth, it was Little Edie who orchestrated this big media push, right? So when the world found out that Jackie Kennedy Onassis, because, she was married to Ari Onassis at the time, one of the richest men in the world, that her aunt's home was going to hell, that's when Jackie was like, well, hell has, we got to go fix it. And when she fixed it, she didn't bring it up to its former glory. She got it just enough, right, so they could live in it. Because they were going to tear it up anyway, it didn't matter. So let's go. And this is the home. And you see over here in the right? I was snapping these photographs. It was a good movie, right? It said Jessica Lange. Can we just talk about her for 1 second? When she was in Horror Story, right? American Horror Story. I'm floored. She's the best. When I saw her in Grey Gardens in HBO, one, she looked exactly like Big Edie. She sounded like Big Edie. So it was great. Jackie had she had a bunch of money. Huh? All right. Now do you see this? I love this photograph. I love this photograph. Do I have to make it big?
No, it's big.
Yeah. All right. With this cat up in the photo bombing of the cat up in the left hand corner of this.
I didn't even see that.
You know what state of disorder? I don't know. Do me a favor. Google Grey Gardens and HBO. We'll get you some. I'll get you there. State of disorder. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna find out. 300 cats. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna and raccoons. Let's not hate white cats. Let's not forget the raccoons.
Stop.
So this is one of the photos. This is when it was condemned. This is Little Edie posing in front of literally thousands of cans of cat food that were, hey, Lori 33, that were just tossed into the kitchen. She's proudly standing there with a smile on her face and this photobomb cat that I love. You know, you're way out of shape when you tread. Mayor's daughter, I prefer to think of it as a closet. And yeah, I prefer to think of it as a closet.
It's on Max, YouTube, Hulu, and Amazon Prime.
Okay, it's on Max, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon Prime.
Don't read these.
Okay, so I'll try to. I know the photo bomb.
Well, you might have to pay extra. Like I know on YouTube you have to pay extra.
Yeah, you might have to. But I'm sure we'll get it for you, baby. So this was in the paper. This is when Jackie Kennedy Onassis was over across in Greece going, what? All right, so here's one of the photographs. Here's another. Now look at the decay behind her. I think there's actually a bed back there, but I'm not sure. And these cats, they love the damn cats. And let's go. All right, this is that's Big Edie on her wedding day or her wedding photograph. If you've watched the documentary here on YouTube, this photograph comes up a lot. Well, it comes up once. Sorry. It's so awful. These were rich people. I mean, the Little Edie, you know, and when they used to have debuts, I guess they still do. Debutante, debuts. And hers was done in New York. And when you have a debut, sorry, a debut party, it's big. And that's when all the available young rich men show up, try to see if they can't catch a wife. Edie got a lot of attention when she was debuted. And there's the house in its glory. It's a black and white photo, but they have, colored up the ivy. So all right, here's a photograph.
How many cats are in the
It was a
photo?
lot of cats. Stinky Brown?
I do know Stinky Brown.
Okay, Stinky Brown probably has 50 cats. They had about 300 cats. Plus raccoons.
Oh, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, like a raccoon.
And here's Edie in her. Look at Edie right here. She was a beautiful girl. She was a popular girl. And there she is again. These were actually fashion shows that happened at Grey Gardens. And so we're just going to go. It was about 300. But, Lori, it was 30 years of cats. Okay, so it was 30 years of cats. So to say that there were 300 cats, there was probably 3,000 cats if you go back over the 30 years. And can I tell you this? She did. When Edie sold this home to Ray Bradley, who was the editor of the Washington Post, and Sally Quinn, his wife, one, they had to promise not to bulldoze it, not to tear it down. That was one. Two, when they started renovating the home, there was, and Edie sold it with everything in it. All right. There was not one cat box found. And Sally Quinn did say, after they renovated it and stayed in there for many, many years, when it rained, you could smell cat pee that was soaked. Yes, girl, soaked into. All right, I love you. I love you, Mayor's daughter. Feel better. All right, I love you. So yeah, even when it was completely renovated, floors sealed, you could still smell cat shit when it rained. I'm just passing it on. The papers saying her date Edie was more beautiful. Oh yeah, I would agree with that. Also, so Joe Kennedy Sr., all right, was the father of JFK. We had a Joe Kennedy Jr., JFK, all the K's. Supposedly, now, all right, so Joe Kennedy had big political aspirations for his children, his sons. But Joe Kennedy Jr., which was the oldest son at the time, actually died in World War II. He was a pilot. All right. So apparently, hey Vicky, Edie and Joe Jr. were engaged. Now that's the story Edie told, and other people have told this too. And so literally, Edie would say to her cousin Jackie, it should have been me. You being first lady should have been me. And, Jackie Kennedy was like, and they showed in the HBO movie, Jackie Kennedy says, I wish it were you, Edie. I would give anything for it to have been you. So we're gonna let me see. I just have a couple of more. Here she is again, with more cans of cat food.
More cans of cat food?
Girl, yes.
Wait, is that what's behind her?
Yes.
Wait, put that full screen on your screen. I want to see that. Because it's small over here. Oh my God.
That's cat food cans.
Those cats, oh my God.
And she's holding a raccoon. Do you see that?
She's not.
Yes, she is. Hold on.
What?
She is. She's holding a, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry, that's just a fuzzy cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was a fucking raccoon. I'm sorry. I get excited when I talk about things. All right, so we're like, this is cool. We're gonna go back now. We're gonna let's please, YouTube gods, let me use this as fair use. Okay, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay, if we do this.
All right, I got a screen share.
But no, Mom, what are you doing?
I am doing things.
How do you do this without me?
I don't actually.
Okay, only share a YouTube screen.
What?
Only share a YouTube.
What does that mean?
Yeah, well, it's only screen sharing this screen.
It is right now?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. That's fine.
Yes.
All right. So this is the beginning of it. And this is Big Edie up there. And this is what?
The phone.
Oh, shit. Here. And we're just going to start it for just a little bit. Become a cat. Now, y'all saw that hole, right? If you watch, all right, so we have Grey Gardens. We have this is one documentary. The Beals of Grey Gardens were the Maisel brothers. The Maisel brothers took all the footage they didn't use the first time, and they did the Beals of Grey Gardens. All right. Now, if you watch the Beals of Grey Gardens, this wall and this hole right here.
Hold on, stop.
You're killing me. Oh, they can't see anything.
There's the hole, guys.
All right, there's the hole right there. What kind? I cannot play it.
Yes.
Okay. In the Beals of Grey Gardens, there's a fire that starts in that hole, and it's much bigger. And a fire starts back there. And they have to call the fire department. Well, the Maisels are there, and they start getting water in buckets and just kind of throwing it in there. So that whole wall gets torn down, and it had been torn down by raccoons. So let's go. This is a cat. They're looking for one of the cat.
And she would go around naked, right?
Well, she would go and rap like that.
He got out the whole thing.
I mean, this is
Did you hear what I said, woman?
this poor Edie. I just feel so sorry. I've got a whole sheet of timestamp.
To my new hall, and that's how
My new wall.
they'll have the whole house down soon.
Yeah, we'll be raided again. We'll be raided again by the village of East Hampton. You know, they can get you in East Hampton for wearing red shoes on a Thursday.
I love that quote. I love that quote. They can get you for wearing the red shoes on a Thursday. Ah. All right. What? What?
Are you done showing it?
I'm done showing it for right now.
Okay, so then just remove it.
Why? Because I'm going to show it in a minute.
I know, but you can put it and throw it back on.
Okay. She's bossing me around. I feel like little Edie right now.
Okay, then click on.
They were a pair. They were so codependent on each other. God, I don't know if you've watched it, and please tell me you've watched it. And if you haven't watched it, now go watch it after this, because it's iconic. It's an iconic piece of documentary. All right. Now, again, they were so intermeshed with the Kennedys. Obviously, Jackie married John F. Kennedy, right? Supposedly, Edie was engaged to Joe Kennedy Jr. The Edie and them were Bouviers, which is Jackie Kennedy's middle maiden name there. There are so many. I could just show this right now. Cat Dumpy Edie. Alone. Alone. All right, let me see. I've got all of this.
Run without me.
This place had 11 bedrooms. Nope. I lied. It's hard. It had 7 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. This was a big house. It was absolutely dilapidated when they went in and raided it. Raided it. They didn't have running water. They didn't have anything that worked in the house. Like, I don't even know if their stoves worked. I don't know, but they had no water. How they lived in this house, all those cats, no water. They were, if you watch this, you'll see that the local grocer delivers, right to their front porch. It's just, God, I love it. All right, hold on. Now I'm going to push it to gain. Turn it the fuck
I'm sorry. I was making sure that,
all right.
You have to add it back to its positive.
I did. I did it. I did it. Add it.
Okay, go pause it.
Catherine,
No.
I'm firing you as my head of.
Okay, now add it. Before presenting stream with media streams from the device.
Hold on. I got to unshare it, and then I got to share it again.
Yeah.
Catherine.
What am I doing?
Just kidding. You're really messing me up here. All right, we're going to share it, and then we're going to. Okay, there it is, 1975. Are we going?
You have to go back to the StreamYards.
I like it better when I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Hey, Lavender Sunday. Okay. I like it a lot better when I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Remove the slides.
This one?
Yeah.
And then
add the top left corner.
And then can I go back over here
now? Look at that. Go back.
What?
Look at that chat. Look at that chat. Don't say anything negative.
I'm not.
Thanks for defending me.
All right. Look at this house. Look at the damn yard. Mother and daughter ordered to clean house or get out. They had no money.
Who's gonna take the house?
The East Hampton. This is the we'll just pass through this. This is the different stuff. I'm sorry. There they are doing the kitchen over. And these are like the only pictures we have. There's no better pictures anywhere than one. But I'm turning.
You might want to mute it.
All right, let me mute it because I might get a copyright for that.
It's still playing.
All right, and there they are. Again.
The pic of Little Edie in front of the
down.
Cap House Life magazine.
Here it comes. This is the first time we actually see Little Edie in her glory. Are we ready for this? Because it's amazing. It's amazing. They're the Mason brothers.
Absolutely terrific. Honestly, you've got light blue on.
Look at her.
Al, you're still. Mother says you're very conservative. Brooks, everything looks wonderful. Absolutely.
But there's
wonderful.
Brooks. He worked for them for about 30 years.
Best thing to wear for the day.
But he was a drunk. Look.
Because I don't like women in skirts.
This
And the
is
best thing is to wear
Hey, what's
pantyhose
going again?
and some pants.
All right, let me
Or
stop.
short
Let me
skirts.
tell you what she's done.
Did you still?
She has on a skirt upside down. Okay. She's tied it here at here. She's got pantyhose on. She explains to you her fashion sense. And let's listen.
I think then you hose or something because I don't.
All right.
This is the best thing to wear for the day. You understand?
I mean, this is
Because I don't like women in skirts. And the best thing is to wear pantyhose or some pants under a short skirt. I think. Then you have the pants under the skirt. And then you can pull the stockings
I mean, this
up
is
over the pants underneath the skirt. And you can always take off the skirt and use it as a cape.
where
I
does she
think this
come
is the best costume for the day.
Okay.
This is I love her.
I have to think these things up. You know.
What?
Mother wanted me to come out. and
Yes,
do
she's the
most.
daughter.
We had quite a bite. So what did you do? Photograph Brooks cutting right down?
She said mother wanted me to wear a kimono. If y'all know anything about any of my kimono, look it up. If y'all know anything about my parodies, there was a mother-daughter team on YouTube back in the day. Mama Bear and her daughter Rebecca. And I called them the Ohio. Amen, Mama. I called them the Ohio Grey Gardens because they were just like this. So when I would do parodies of these two, I would do it as Big Edie and Little Edie. Because Ramona, which is what I called her, I've changed the names. Ramona loves makeup, right? Go back through my parodies. You will see I've got a pair of underwear on my
Is that
head.
one of the first parodies you did?
It's beginning. Yeah.
I remember what was new when you'd come up the stairs with underwear on your head.
Yeah, I had underwear on my
makeup
head.
on, and we
Yeah.
we
And I
thought
do
she
it-
was breaking.
I do it right in this, in the accent. That's how I presented that that particular parody. And the people that I love the most said, "Did you do that like Grey Gardens?" I'm like, duh. Yes, I am.
For goodness sake.
All right, let's do it. Hold on.
What do you want to do now? Where do you want to go? Upstairs?
Sandy, I feel like Little Edie
You
was.
want to go up
Oh
and
yeah,
photograph it from the top porch?
Okay.
you're right. Absolutely,
And
they
that's
couldn't go behind the
photograph from the
clothes.
top now, Brooke.
They didn't leave the house. So, oh shit. Sorry, guys.
They didn't see that.
This is her getting her way back into like around the house. Look at how overgrown
Oh
this
my
is.
God.
I know.
It's a beautiful garden back
Here's Privet, which is like it's a tree.
Oh, you mean the patio?
And here we are. This is the house here.
Oh, that's a Spanish wall garden
Where's
over
that?
there. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the Hills put that in.
Now that's what I showed.
What is that?
It's a.
Mrs. Hill, she was a famous horticulturalist.
It's just a bar. It's a wall.
That was one of the famous gardens of America. Brooke,
Yeah, that's one of the
next
famous
summer,
gardens.
for all living, I think a vegetable
Wasn't
garden
that-
would be a
was it a
good
sugar
thing
one
in
then?
here.
Now I'm going to go that back. I use this all the time. She says, Brooks, next year if we're all still living. Like,
Mrs. Hill, she was a famous
excuse
horticulturalist.
me. I got allergies so bad.
That was one of the famous gardens of America. Brooks, next summer, if we're all living, I think a vegetable garden would be a good
That's me.
thing in here.
Every time.
I
No,
mean, it's kind of hard.
She doesn't mind if you have to cut down some
No.
privet for the garden.
that never gets done. They look at the ice box, the antique ice box out here on the
Going
back.
up. We heard that on the radio last night.
Brooks says, "Get me off here. I don't do this show."
Do you think my
The
dog
cats probably kept the snakes and rats
I think he
ran
was a
off.
little amazed.
Rumor has it.
Probably seen it before.
No, this is the revolution.
This is the
You never wear this in East Hampton.
Now she had, look at that beautiful brooch right there. There's a website. And if you type in Grey Gardens, it's got things for sale, not obviously the real brooch because God knows where that is. But you can buy different stuff, and it gives you a background on everybody that they mention here in the documentary. So this was actually filmed. Hold on, let me tell you. This was filmed in the fall of 1971 into 1972. So this was also the New York Film Festival. This was premiered, I want to say, in 1975 at the New York Film Festival. It was premiered everyone else in 1976. So I'll have a story about that when we get closer to the end.
You some people saying hi to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't see. Hey, Chaotic. I'm over here. I can't see. Hey, Terry, I like Terry.
Seems like he can handle it.
Here's Brooks.
You can't be too careful. Know
All right,
what I
let's
mean?
skip. I'm going to skip a little bit of this. And listen, hold on. Stop. Edie, be quiet. If somebody wants to come up, all right, I'm going to put this again out there because I know some of you, the Maisels started out filming. The Maisels kept in touch with Edie the rest of her life. There's a phone call where Edie called David Maisel, and it was right after the Florida hanging Chad debacle that happened, Bush versus Gore, and Edie was a Democrat to the death, and it's a very telling phone call that they were friends. They ended up as friends. I think Edie had a little crush on David, but you can see that in the other ones. There's another documentary that's got more stuff than the Beals of Grey Gardens, which is called That Summer. That's also, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it is. And that's a lot of Warhol's in that, Lee Raswell's in that. And it was lost footage also from this summer, which was this. So let me go back. God, if I get a damn copyright for this,
You might want to turn it off more often.
All right. I'm talking through it, so that may help.
People go back to the kitchen now.
All right, listen to this.
So the washing machine was always put in the maid's
This is the
garden.
maid's garden, but
The
listen to
wash
this.
tubs are in
She's
the
going to
maid's
say it right
garden.
now.
It's very difficult to keep the line between the past and the present. Do you know what I mean? It's awfully difficult.
That is the most telling thing said in this entire thing. It's very difficult. Let's do it again.
People go back to the kitchen now. So the washing machine was always put in the maid's dining room. The wash tubs are in the maid's
The maid's dining. Can you imagine having this? And then this?
Difficult to keep the line between the past and the present.
You
know what I mean?
Yes.
Awfully difficult.
That is the most telling thing that she's ever said to me. She didn't say it to me. Sorry, she didn't say it to me. All right, I'm just like that. If y'all have not watched this, here's Big Edie.
Any place would be much
Barely dressed.
Any place on earth.
Yeah, but I like freedom.
Well, you can't get it, darling. You're being supported.
She
You can't get
likes
freedom. You're
freedom.
being supported.
likes.
No, can't.
She's a young girl here. She's not a woman in this. She's a little girl. Oh, I'm getting to the staunch character. We might just have to go right straight to that. There's so many good things in this. I could just sit here and roll it and just talk over it. But I don't think that YouTube's gonna let me, and I have to be done by 9. So let's go to that staunch character that we're talking about here. 28. Hold on. Oh, look, here's the photo. That's Jerry.
Unless
Oh,
the conditions of his life are not
What did I do?
adjustable.
What you did?
I don't know.
What? What are you trying
What
to
did I
get?
do?
What are you trying to get?
I'm just trying to move around. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Separated.
Yes.
I don't know what you're trying
I
to
don't know
do,
either.
Mom.
I'm sorry.
If you pause it,
Nope.
you're trying to make it full
All right, so
screen?
now she's talking about her dad. Oh my God.
Another wife that we didn't
That's it.
All right, so her father got a Mexican divorce from Big Edie. Now they were Catholics, and apparently the Catholic Church in America didn't really recognize his second marriage. But obviously the laws. Look, we'll have this conversation again. Okay. Marriage is not a religious thing. It is not. You have to get a license to get married, right? And you've got to go to court to get divorced. This is not a religious thing. This is a legal agreement. All right. So the Catholic Church did not recognize the second marriage, but America did. Because again, I know that's people like, oh my God, she just said that, but I did say it. All right, then we're gonna have an argument over the damn photograph. Oh shit, look.
Language.
That's ghoul. That's
my brother's.
They didn't need it. They were
I never
absolutely
got
perfect.
Taken with the
Look
county
at her.
Kodak number 2.
look at this room.
Kodak number 2 costs $2. Well, I'm mad about these pictures of you.
Are they gonna get an argument here?
Put them
No,
right
no,
over
I
here.
want those, Al. Will you give me those, please?
And it's in here.
I want
Then
them.
Mama
Yeah,
told
but
me to come
let's see them
YouTube.
again. I want those
I put
pictures.
the thing up. Delete.
I want
There's
those
Big
pictures.
Edie. It was pretty.
No,
Then
give me those pictures. Oh,
Then
I
they
want
fight.
those 67 times. Come
I
on.
want to show that to Al.
Oh, no,
Look.
I want to show it
This-
to Al.
I
Look what you made me do.
Oh, you did it.
Al,
Uh,
Look what you did.
this is
Look
nuts
at
to
what you
me.
did. Look.
very
That's
few
all right.
people have this,
She's
Al.
so-
I want you to see this.
This is just.
Now look. This is my mother.
God, she was pretty.
Maybe Jewish. I don't know. David family. Not sure.
Just a
I don't
beautiful
want that
thing.
photograph.
From a French family.
Why are you showing all those horrible
Ewing
things that I
clan.
don't want to
The
show?
Ewing clan's in there. But it's just a girl from a good French family. Very beautiful face.
What?
That's a
What happened
I lived
between
alone for
there?
30 years. I didn't know. Get very independent when you live alone.
But she's never. All right, let me stop. But she never lived alone. Big Edie never lived alone at Grey Gardens. The husband left. She finished raising the children. So the two sons became lawyers and whatnot. Edie went to New York. She stayed at the Barbizon Hotel for women. Y'all need to look. There's a book about the Barbizon. A lot of very famous people, women lived in the Barbizon Hotel. Would you stop that? Now, Big Edie here had a man named Gould Strong that moved in to the house. So they say. But I mean, he was there for 23 years. He was her accompanist, wink, wink. He was her social companion. He was, I'll tell you. Hold on, I got it written down, everything they say he was. And they were lovers pretty much. I mean, obviously they had to be, right? Yeah, he was there for 23 years. He wrote 80 songs and dedicated them to Edie, Big Edie here. He wrote 7 books. And if you watch the HBO movie, it shows. So there's musicals about this too. This documentary has spawned movies, musicals on Broadway. On Broadway, Gould is represented as a flaming homosexual. His family says he absolutely was not a homosexual, but whatever. He was what he was. But she's going to talk about being alone. No, she wasn't. He stayed there 23 years. Then you had a man named Tom Logan that moved in pretty much right after that and stayed for another, and let me check my notes. I want to say he stayed, let's see. He stayed there for 9 years. And then Little Edie by then she'd made Biggie and Little Edie come back. So no, honey, you going
A
alone.
real individual.
You can't have your cake and eat it.
Oh,
too
yes, I
In
did.
life.
I did. I had my cake, loved it, masticated and chewed it, and had everything
Candace
I
can't eat
wanted.
it too.
Had a very, very happy,
11
satisfying life.
I mean,
When
just
you had a rich husband,
28 rooms came down to that bedroom, right? The foyer. Just this. Here we go. There's cats.
Here's a question.
I'm sorry. Where's the question?
Right here.
Go.
He's
I'm sorry.
Sandy.
Sandy. I can't remember what happened to Gould. He did leave. He left after 23 years. And I'm going to go fast forward here. So it lists everything that happened to, back then the Bouvier name was still associated with money, class, social status. Now he left, and he became very ill at one point, and for about 3 weeks, they say he died of a bleeding ulcer. And when he did die, his brother left his bedroom untouched for 20 years. So, Gould. And then we have Tom Logan that we're going to talk about later. Tom Logan was also a drunk. I don't know if Gould was, but Tom Logan was a complete drunk who had been he was a musician and he was a chef at one of the local hotels there. And he got fired, and he came right in to live with Edie. And he would leave and hitchhike all over Hampton for a couple of weeks, come back, had been drunk for the whole 3 weeks. And the last time that he did it, he came home and died in their kitchen of pneumonia.
You should have stayed with him. Now you might as
Mommy?
Sandy said, what is seen in this film is after they clean up.
Yes, it was after the cleanup. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect marriage.
After.
Beautiful children. Terribly successful marriage. Never had a fight in my life.
Look,
I never threw anything, Mr. Bean.
I never threw anything at Mr. Beale. That was her thing. I never threw anything at Mr. Beale. I had a terribly successful marriage. Okay, let's get to the staunch character. Let's say, I'm missing. You're missing so much of this stuff.
They scraped the
Here's
cat
her
poop.
portrait that the cat is shitting behind.
They scraped the cat poop off the floor.
Look, the cat it goes behind there and goes to the bathroom. And Big E says, "I love it. Let it do whatever it wants to." Hey, yeah, they say days, probably a million years. Oh my God. All right. God, I love her.
I haven't got my makeup on.
She's. Look at her. I love her, but damn, this is so sad. All right, I can't because I'm gonna. They're listening to shit.
One eye pulled against the other, and I should have worn glasses.
All right, this is gonna. Here we go. We're getting ready for the staunch character.
The glasses about
Now I take out my teeth.
4 years ago.
They live in this room. The bed is the beds are
You have to
disgusting.
wear glasses when you have
They're
to.
like-
Have to.
They're disgusting. They're on mattresses, basically. Little Biggie's bed is grosser than anyone ever. She actually boils corn in something on her bed. All right, here we go. This is the staunch character.
Dress for battle.
I'm sorry.
Marjorie knew my father and my uncle.
No, you're good.
Mother's
This is
giving
it.
her all this SHIT, so I went and told
No
her.
eyebrows on. Got alopecia, no eyebrows.
Is that better?
But you see, in dealing with me, the relatives didn't know that they were dealing with a staunch character. And I tell you, if there's anything worse than a staunch woman, STAUNCH. There's nothing worse, I'm telling you. They don't weaken, no matter what. But they didn't know that. How would they to know? You know, my father had made up his mind
About
what
Farmington. All right, now I'm gonna stop it there. She's talking about Farmington School. When I start doing these, and let me come over here so y'all can
Just don't
remove it.
Yeah, remove
Okay.
you. Remove it.
Ah, fuck.
And then remove. No, what are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. You're making me very upset.
What are you doing?
Okay.
I don't get
When I
into it.
start to do these heiresses that I'm getting ready to do, and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, all these people are enmeshed, right? Farmington's finishing school was where a lot of these heiresses went. Doris Duke, staunch character. But Farmington comes up a lot. You're gonna kind of be amazed if you watch all this. Please do. The way these heiresses and some of our murder mysteries, all it's the same batch of people over and over and over again, and that's why this is all so it absolutely. I'm fascinated with it. I just started doing the Barbara Hutton. She was the Woolworth heiress. A sad woman from start to finish. I mean, just from birth to death, sad. And then we're gonna do Doris Duke, my favorite heiress of all. And Lily was very spiced. She was. So she was the staunch character. All right. Now we're gonna go. I said Jenny to Jen comes on a little while. I maybe should just like do this part 9. Let's go up to I gotta present right. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go. I got all these timestamps. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to them today.
I was telling you earlier.
I mean, look, here she is.
Which one is that?
This is
Becky,
Little.
you might get married someday.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
did. I wanted to. Oh, I picked out some nice men. She didn't like the men I picked out.
No,
She could have married this Gerald Geddes.
Gerald
Getty.
Getty. That's a big name.
Ring. She decided not to marry that guy. She had to give the ring
This is
back.
what I mentioned before about these coming out parties, these debutantes. These parties they were not cheap. And I'll tell you this, going back over to like the debutantes. So Doris Duke and Betty Hutton were actually they both were born within days of each other, right? And so when they came out as debutantes, it was right at the Depression. So you had these debutante balls going on that cost at the time around $60,000 in their money then. What that goes to now, I couldn't tell you. While people were outside at soup kitchens, while people that worked for Woolworth's Five and Dime, which was Barbara's family, were not getting paid anything, basically. Betty Hutton only stepped foot in a Woolworth Five and Dime one time in her whole damn life. But this is, again, a lot of money is spent on the debutante balls because that's when you're supposed to snag the rich man. Now, we're going to go to 33. Hold on. And I wish we could just talk about this. Here's more photographs of hers.
Have you seen the HBO movie?
Yes. The HBO movie is really good.
Yes, what Sandy was saying.
I love the HBO movie. Let's see what.
That was the thing. See, they didn't tell us that when we studied World War One, that everything was so awful with the Versailles Treaty, that we were soon going to get into something. 4 years after I got out, if I'd only known it, I would have just enjoyed every single minute, just done everything.
It must have been tough for people. I remember as a kid, so many loved ones being killed. But you were the dating age.
There's the
Well,
guy.
my friends went overseas and got
There's
married.
the guy
They went in the Red
who-
Cross.
maybe
They went to
not.
India, Australia. They all got married. One of my best friends went to
You guys
Australia.
went to
If I'd been
the
able to go, she might have persuaded me to go with her. And she met somebody in the hospital. She was working for the Red Cross and she never
This is
came back
sad.
to New York. But I never had a chance to do anything like that because Mother wasn't well during the war.
All right, when she says mother wasn't well during the war, she had cataracts. And she had cataract surgery twice. That's what Edie means by not well during the war. Now, mind you, she had Gould, and then she had Tom Logan. So this tells you Edie never got to do anything that her classmates did, never left, Hampton or New York, never got married, never had a chance to. And during this, Big Edie says, basically, I wanted you here with me, but then throws up in her face later, this is what so-and-so got you. No husband, no babies, no nothing. No, honey, that's what you did, Big Edie. You did that. But anyway,
She had her eye operation.
I missed out on everything.
I missed out on the reunion of my graduating class in Farmington
This is
because that
we're
was the
angry now.
fall that Jack Kennedy campaigned to get in. And I was stuck here with Mother the Cats, the house, and T. Logan, and I couldn't go.
No,
I think
you
it's the
said you
25th
you said you
reunion
didn't want them to
of
know
my
how old you
class.
were, you said.
No, I think
Well, I
I
didn't want them to know my age.
All right, my thing is this. Big Edie says you didn't want them to know how old you were. It was her graduating class. They were all the same age. So that don't make no damn
Then she
sense.
said, wait, what'd she say after that?
Didn't want them to
Of
know
my
how old you
class.
were, you
Right,
said.
no, I think
Well, I didn't want them to know my age,
Hey.
Susie.
Okay.
She's like, I don't want them to know my age. Is she like?
Oh, I don't know.
Is she
No, I
mocking
would
me?
I
have
don't know.
enjoyed that, Mother, because Jack Kennedy campaigned to get in and won. That's
Get in the
cool.
Farmington school, that'd be a good place for him.
I don't
Well,
know,
shot
I
at
think it would have been
Kennedy,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, everything's good that you didn't do. At the time, you didn't want it.
I couldn't get away.
Well, that's the choice. You can't go back and say, feel
It
gorgeous
wasn't her
right now.
choice. It was
And
yours.
say, oh, why didn't I
I
do
couldn't
this?
leave.
Because you didn't feel then
Oh,
the way you do now. Everybody thinks and feels differently as the years go by, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
What time is it, chickens?
What time is it? It's
All right, we're gonna stop there. Hold on, I'm gonna go up a little bit.
And Sandy said some psychologists have broken down the dynamics
Are they really?
between their complex relationship based on this film.
Oh, well, Sandy, I need this. That fascinates me because I would have to look that. If it's a book, I'm gonna buy it because, this poor woman. To say that it's nostalgia. What did they say it was? Nostalgic,
Quirky,
and
nostalgic.
this isn't uplifting. This is sad on every effing level.
It's not really quirky.
It's not. Well, I mean, it is. Let's go to this. This is gonna be famous, and y'all know. All right, let's get her coming out of here. Let's do this. I wish we could just.
Yes, 8 hours last night practicing the
the
marching song.
right.
My God, my muscles, I can't do it. I'm telling you, what am I going to do? They're gone with this soft life.
I mean,
We all march together, for love is behind. We all stand together, united we die. All march together, for we love the land. It's the spirit of VMI. We
the
all
Virginia Military Institute, which is in Virginia, which is where I live. So this is another sad thing. Here's the thing that young Edie and Big and Little Edie both thought that they were going to be able to, like Big Edie even says, I need to get my voice back to when I was in my 40s. And Little Edie says, well, you can't. She's like, oh, yes, I can. Edie here is thinking that she's going to be able to go back into New York and reclaim her life as a dancer and as a singer. Now, she did. All right, she did. When her mother died, she did go back to New York, and she was in some cabarets and basically as a freak of nature. I mean, she wasn't a singer, but she did book, different places, and literally she was just kind of like, a freak show. Though I do think people probably generally did like her a lot. Yeah. Let me go back over here. Because there is just no way that we're going to be able to hit everything that I want to hit.
Do you think you're going to do part 2?
I don't know. What I would ask y'all to do is, if you've seen it, all right, and you want to discuss it some more, we can do it. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, and like the Beals of Grey Gardens and the HBO thing and that summer, and we can revisit it, I would. That would probably be, because I could literally sit here and watch this with you. And no, she never had a chance in life at all. She did date a married man.
Oh,
Well, and her mother throws that up in her face as well. And he was, I got his name here. Julius Krug, and he was married, and he was in Harry Truman's cabinet, right? And they dated, and that was the love of Little Edie's life. Oh yeah, and obviously didn't work out. He was married. That's around the time that her mother wanted her to come back, because in this, her mother throws up the fact that you were dating that married man. And, you know, I don't know if y'all have a mother like this. I kind of do, that will throw up something in your face that happened when you were 2. All right. I happen to have a mother like that. She's upstairs. We can go get her if you want. She will throw up things that happened when I was 2. Like I'm supposed to apologize for it now. That's kind of, maybe that's why this documentary affects me the way it does. Do you think? Because I see it. Because literally, and no matter where I go in life, my mother is 2 steps behind me. Believe that. All right. So maybe that's why this. This is, I never did. Maybe that's why this pisses me off in one thing. But then, like, it's familiar to me. I am just figuring it out.
Mom,
I know.
Like,
damn it.
I'm not gonna. I was in like the first 10 minutes. I was like, wow.
Oh, she gaslit her a lot.
Wow.
Lavender Sunday, you've got to watch this video. This. Obviously, we have the link to it in my post. I will go and I will grab the other link to the Beals of Grey Garden, and then I will get the link to that summer, because this is so sad. And I have all these timestamps, and there's a clip today. I mean, I don't know why I'm just figuring that out now. I've had a therapist since I was like 9 months old.
Really?
I think when I was in the womb, I had a therapist.
Yeah.
And maybe I just never talked about it in therapy.
Maybe.
We can talk about I need to call my therapist. We've had a breakthrough.
I was she was watching this in the kitchen, okay?
Here we are.
And I was making my eggs, okay? And I look over and I'm just looking at it like, this is serious.
Yeah.
It feels very satirical.
Yeah, she thought it was like, she thought it was not real.
But I'm like, it feels very scripted. It feels very like she's playing a character. And she might be playing a character.
No, really
I'm saying is when you're talking to a camera, you're kind of like a different version of yourself. But it feels like it is all an act. It feels very satire.
Yeah.
It feels like a satire piece. And it's crazy.
It is crazy.
This was like before its time. This was
huge. And what happened was, so we have Lois Wright. If y'all remember Lois Wright, she's the artist, right? Now, when this premiered in New York Film Festival in 1975, Lois had to come stay with Big Edie while Little Edie went with the Maisels to the premiere. And then anywhere else it would premiere, Lois would come and stay, and Little Edie would go. She went to France, everywhere this thing premiered, because it was big back in the 75, 76. So she did get to go out then and see the world, and people would throw roses at her. They loved her, right? So she did get to go. And in Lois's book, which is just a little paperback book, there's not a lot to it, but it's very interesting, because Lois will talk about the fleas that she would get in her. There was 7 bedrooms. They were down to 2 or 3 rooms. She would get on a cot in a sleeping bag, and she still felt them, right?
Ooh.
I know. And during the winter, okay, because this house was in bad shape, it would be so cold. And you think about it, New York, right there at the ocean in the winter, it would kill all of the fleas. That winter would kill all the fleas. Literally in the spring, they would pop right back. Sally Quinn, who bought the home from Little Edie for $220,000 back then, and right now it would be around almost $1 million. That sum. But she said they would have to wear flea collars when they went in around their ankles, around their wrists when they went into the house because there were so many fleas in the house.
You should get a flea suit.
I mean, well, Jerry, the little guy Jerry, the marble fawn, Jerry, who was a teenager during this, and he helped him out. He would have to tie, and he would give him the Little Edie these at the time flea collars that they would tie to their ankles so that the fleas wouldn't get on their ankles. This is how these women lived, and for somehow, some way, during all of this, it started to be normal. This started to be a normal life for them. I don't understand that, but it did. But it was 300 cats, but it was 300 cats yearly for 30 years. They would name them, Catherine. They would name the fucking cats, and there was hundreds of them. And if one of them died, Edie would go bury it. I don't know how much
many
of that
cats are on the.
I don't know.
How many cats?
I don't know.
Are buried.
I don't know. But let's do this. Here's what I will do. Here's what I want to do.
Oh my God.
Let me bring this back up. And let me make it. Am I bigger? Am I good? Am we doing this? All right, we're just going to filter through. This is Gould right here with the cats. All right, this is on this website. I'll have to put it in the link in the description. These are the little write-ups on that Grey Gardens website. And this is Joe Kennedy Jr. And then we have Julius Krug, which is was her boyfriend. Here is Tom Logan. And there's the house. Or was that, wait a minute. That was Tom Logan. Where's Gould? I'll put it up here if I don't have it. All right, here's more. Let's get to, all right, this is when they were moving the stuff out of the house. The Quinns. Because they bought it lock, stock, and barrel. There's Miss Hill in front of that wall, that garden. When you said, what is that? That's what she's sitting in front of.
Uh-huh.
That's Miss Hill. All right, all right, this is the house now. Wait, see, not even really the house now. It's in the house when the Baileys redid it. And she lived in there. Sally Quinn lived in it until her husband Ray Bradley died, and she just couldn't bear to be there alone. Hey, Tara. So she would rent it out. You could actually rent Grey Gardens for a week or a weekend or whatever. In 2017, she sold it to Liz Lane, which is a fashion designer. Now, what Liz Lane did to it, believe this or not, Liz Lane actually got under the house, punked it up on stilts, so that now the house has got a basement. Go look it up. Go look it up. How and why she did that, I do not know, but that is the way it is. And so these are now. This is,
Did they demolish it?
No, that was the agreement. When Edie sold it to Sally Quinn and Ray Bradley, she said it is not to be torn down.
So
and
it's still out there.
Yeah.
Where is it now? What's happening to it?
Nothing. I just told you, Liz Lane, who was a designer, bought it from the Quinn. Sally Quinn.
I was texting her.
And they redid this house for 35 years. I'm talking about the Quinn and them.
Yeah.
It was a long time. They redid this house for a long time.
Oh.
Here it is now. They put a pool in. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a pool there before.
How do you renovate that?
You just do. There's photographs of the inside, and it is beautiful. It is just that you can still recognize the rooms, which is so beautiful about it. Yeah, there is. Sandy, there is a video, a tour of it when the Quinns had it. There are some still photographs of, I don't know if Liz Lane has let anybody in, but there are some photographs that I saw of some of the things that she did. And it was beautiful.
How many cats do you think they dug up while putting the pool in?
I don't know.
It has to be a lot.
Now, I told you that Tom Logan died in the kitchen of the house. So there is supposedly a ghost. Tom Logan's ghost is supposedly in the house. I would venture to say that Big Edie has got to be roaming that house at some point. Little Edie left. She went around. She stayed with some like nieces and whatnot. And then she finally got a condo in Florida. And that's where she died in 2004. 2004. Hold on. I have it written down. She was 86, I think would say. Yeah, 2002 at the age of 84, she died. The sad thing is, nobody found her for a long time. Yeah, a couple weeks. Because she was so rich, she was still a basic recluse. And you know, when Little Edie went out, everybody knew who Little Edie was because she died down in Florida in a condo in 2002 at 8. Suzanne's on it, thank you. And she was alone. But she did have a kind of full life. I didn't mention Sandy. It's good. It's all good. Yeah. So I mean, like, if y'all wanna, I want to just watch the whole thing with everybody. Why don't everybody come to my house this weekend and we'll just get in our pajamas and watch it. This was an important documentary. It was you know, I don't know if back then. I mean, I'm sure they were doing pretty racy, not only racy documentaries, but this was looking into a family, the Kennedys, the Bouviers, that you get this look, you know, and yeah, it was a long time, and she was in the condo that nobody found her. But I'm just saying, huh? I don't know that she had cats. She might have.
I
don't know. I don't. We should have 900.
If I was around that many cats, I wouldn't want cats.
I don't think. Well, yeah, and the raccoons.
I wouldn't want to look at a cat. And I love my cat.
So, yeah, it was a long time. So even her death was sad, you know, but she still was talking to the Mason brothers, especially David. Her nieces and she had a couple of nieces that absolutely adored her. And there's several photographs of them not taken in a, the nieces didn't do it for money. It was their own personal photographs with their aunt that they loved very much. So towards the end of her life, she did get to live a life. Nothing that was on the cards for her to live. Nothing was on, you know, that her life was done, which is so sad because the longer you watch this, the Beals of Grey Garden is a little bit darker than Grey Gardens itself. The Beals are it's a lot darker. There's a lot of winter in there. So you can see Little Edie kind of just shut down around the winter. And at one point in this, she was like, just please let me get out. Just any little rat hole in New York. Just anything. Just please let me get out of here. She didn't, you know, she eventually got to, but it was a while. I want to say that Big Edie died about 2 years after the premiere, but I might be wrong. But I think I'm not. I think she was 80-some years old when she died. She was in the hospital because she always said she was going to go out of that house feet first. Which in a body bag, she did, but you know, she went to the hospital and she died there. So it was just it's different people have different reactions to it. 100%. Some people think like this, you know, it's quirky, it's nostalgic, it's sad. It's just sad. Especially for Little Edie because her whole life she was so beautiful. And the alopecia hit, I don't know when. If you watch the HBO film, it's like almost, they had it happening like at her while she was getting ready for a debutante, you know, turnout. She was pulling hair out. And I don't know, you know, how early it started, but yeah. Little Edie had a lot of plans. She had a lot of dreams. And Big Edie just took it. Hey, Aaron. Big Edie just killed it. You know what? Wildcats, me too. That's funny you should say it. Maybe it's just because of the mood I'm in when I'm watching it sometimes. Yeah. It's like I will have this on in the background of my
Very
life.
dark
It
background.
well, I mean, like, no, if I'm doing something, or back in the day before I had all you kids, just kidding. I did it before. I mean, and during.
I know.
I would play it in the background because you know how I always say when I do these mysteries, right? Especially the murder ones, I'm just trying to help. I know we're not going to solve these mysteries, but I just want to help. That I feel like I'm helping. So when I
Even
watch
making a
this
mistake.
documentary, it's like I almost feel like I want Edie to know I'm listening. I hear, little Edie, I hear what you're saying. I'm sorry.
And you see her.
I do. I can see
Not
her.
many people saw her.
Yeah, and I want that. I think to myself, I'm listening, little Edie. I hear you. I get it. Do I need to go back to the psychiatrist? Do you think?
Oh, that was already decided. That was already a yes. This didn't change it. But I think it's easy to look at it and say it is satirical. It is.
Yeah.
It's easy to watch it and not think anything of it. But when you actually sit down and you think about her life and you think about this is her life.
Yeah.
She can't turn off the computer screen. She
can't walk away from it.
Turn it off and go to another thing. This is every single day of her life.
Right, because you think, all right, we have
hard.
the Masons filming them,
Mhm.
but for 30 years, it was just those two. Her life every day for 30 years was this.
And it's
Cats, raccoons, fleas, dirt. I mean, we do see her with these. Let's go back. I mean, look,
all she had.
She's loud and proud over here with the cans. All right. I mean, here she is. Hello. Here I am with all this cats.
The only thing she could control was what she was wearing.
And
that's why I think she cares so much about what she's wearing and about how she changes it. Because it's the only thing she has control over is what she's wearing.
Yeah, that could be it.
And that she wears.
Yeah. And Sandy, I was going to mention that. A lot of people, there was controversy after this aired. They got mad at Jackie Kennedy Onassis because, Jackie, they didn't think that Jackie had done enough. They got mad at Little Edie for whatever. They got mad at Big Edie for. There was a lot of mixed controversy, blaming the town, East Hampton, for not doing something. What are these are? What are you gonna do? They went in and said clean it up. I mean, what else can you do? Then they came in, they cleaned it up, and what else could you do? So yeah, the Bills of Grey Gardens is a lot darker. Hey PDX, how you doing? We're getting ready to end it.
I think it's. I've never.
You never watched all of it. Yeah, you need to.
And it's funny. I'm down here with you, and I've never seen it. But I mean, I'm listening to it for the first time.
Yeah,
and I think it's so easy not to think critically about it.
You know what? Now you're doing film.
Yes.
In college.
Yes.
Do you think? Because listen, I will. All right, I love the movie Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. It is one of my favorite movies ever on the earth. Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn Jr., Ternice, Sidney Poitier. Yeah. So it's my favorite movie in the world. And if you've never watched it, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. All right, because it is. So it's basically, in case you've never seen it, you have Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy are the parents of this beautiful little girl. He works at a newspaper. She works at a art whatever, and they have raised their little daughter to be not see color, not do this. Well, she comes home. Their little daughter goes to Hawaii, comes home with Sidney Poitier, and says, "Mother, this is who I'm going to marry." So literally, they are faced with everything they taught their daughter to be, which is don't see color, don't do this, nobody's better. They're actually looking at it like, oh shit, basically, right? And this takes place in one day. All right, this movie is one day.
Is it one night or is it one?
It's when they show up, and then that night at dinner.
I like
so that. You have her parents reacting, and then they call his parents, and his parents come up and they react to this white girl that their son's going to marry, and Sidney Poitier tells Spencer Tracy, if you don't want me to marry her, I won't. I will go. And but they don't tell the daughter that, right? And Matt Drayden, which is the Spencer's character, has reservations and is gonna say no. You can't. I'm against it.
Who talks to him about it? Who makes him say like?
Well, his Sidney Poitier's mother. You have to watch it.
It's a really good movie.
Why it's relevant now is that this could be a gay couple walking in, and your daughter saying, "This is who I'm going to marry," and it's another woman or man, whatever. It's still relevant now, right? And when she watched it, there's a scene in that where his father, because he was the doctor in the Sidney Poitier was a doctor. His father was a mailman.
Sidney's the guy who played the guy in
Raisins. Yes, Raisins.
I thought, okay, I love him.
So
I love Raisins.
His father's talking to him, and Sidney Poitier kind of gets a little shitty with him, and his dad says, "How dare you talk to me like that? Not after everything I've done for you. I stoke fires at night. I carried that mail bag 1,000,000 miles. I stoked fires at night so you could hit the books. Your mother went without a coat, a lousy winter coat, so the money could go to you." And Sidney Poitier says, basically tells him, everything you did for me, you did because that's what you were supposed to do. When you brought me into this world, you owed me everything you could do for me. And it was pretty profound for her.
Yeah, I'm writing. Talking about this.
Okay, I mean, what do you mean? No, I'm talking because it's relevant. It's relevant even to now. So I'm saying you do,
and I can see a lot of your parenting style in it. Because I mean, like, sometimes
really.
Sometimes I look at other parenting. I was gonna say, I look at other parenting, and I'm like, damn, I had a good mom. I had a good dad. Shut up! I don't even like you that much. But like, I've never.
No, I'm not really hearing that.
I know you're not. I've never.
Yeah, it is. That. It's still that state of Georgia, that part is still relevant. But then she was profoundly affected by the film. Am I going on?
Yeah.
So now if you watch this Grey Gardens, another parent, another child, at the whole total, I mean, obviously one's a movie, one's not, but everything old is new again. That's what I wanted to say. All right, Suzanne, I gotta run too, honey. Everything old is new again. So we can revisit this. I want to revisit this. Then we're gonna start doing this heiress, and then we're gonna start doing the Windsors, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor.
When is all this coming up?
It's gotta come up. I don't know
when
I'm
taking a break from. Talk about Saturday.
Oh, Saturday night. All right. Saturday Night Murder Mystery. No, Saturday Night Mystery Club.
Pediatrics.
We were going to do the conspiracy theories. And then she does have something to do. And then we also have the playoffs. I mean, I'm saying, but the playoffs, I can't miss that. So what we might do is do it Friday night at 9, right? The conspiracy, because she doesn't have anything to do then, right? I mean, right? So I'm going to float it out there on in my community post, and if you're free on Friday night and you want to do it Friday night, we can. If you want to wait till the week after next, we can do that too. It don't matter.
Week after next, wait.
Oh yeah, the week you do have something to do the week after next.
Guys, hold on. Let me look at your calendar right here.
Let me tell you what.
I'm sorry, I am a busy person.
Well, it's really not convenient for me.
Shut up. Okay, so I'm busy the 3rd, but I'm not busy the 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work it out.
Ooh,
we'll work it out because conspiracy theories, a lot of people are very excited about. So
school's on the 6th.
Oh, really? Cool. Conspiracy theories, are just a lot of people want to get into that. So, all right, why can't you saying let's do it Friday night? Let's do it Friday night.
I'm excited.
I used to be deep in all those rabbit holes. Sandy, I love these rabbit holes. These heiresses are my people. I just was born. Something went wrong. I came down the wrong tube. I was supposed to be an heiress.
You're supposed to be in the UK in the early 1900s.
Well, let's not go that far.
I mean, you were born in the early 1900s.
I was born in the early 1800s, actually. All right. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank y'all.
I'm sorry we didn't get a complete thing of this, and I kind of knew we wouldn't because it's just
Part two.
it's an hour or so, but it's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, I feel like everyone should go study, and then we.
Everybody, homework. Everybody,
yes, you have to write a 5-paragraph essay. Okay. Roman Times numeral, double spaced, MLA format.
If y'all don't know what any of that means, I don't.
You don't
look it up. The last paper I wrote. Are you kidding me right now? I used a rock and a thing. All right, good night, guys. I love you. Look, there's a lot of garbage going on around here. Log out of it every once in a while. God, it's so disgusting. I love y'all. We'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hey, okay, bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.